Hey everyone, Mark here from Nerd Name Mark Podcast, and it's Saturday, so you know what that means. A new episode of Dino Fury has been released. Obviously at Pacific Standard Time, so by the time I woke up, had my coffee, got all ready to go, everyone was already talking about the episode. So I skipped going on social media and decided, all right, let's watch this. Let's get in. Episode 3 is called Lost Signal. We start off with Zayt. Oh, by the way, spoilers. Spoilers. I'm going to spoil the show. And you can't really see, but I got my two Hasbro figures right now. I got Ali and Zato. Amelia is out of stock. Hopefully that'll be in soon. And then also I got my Boom Tower in the mail. There'll be a video going over my figures because I like to do my figure stuff in separate videos. So that will be done today at some point and rendered and ready to go to be uploaded. So yeah, spoilers. I'm gonna just go out right out and say it. The pacing of this season is really good. It's not. It doesn't feel rushed. It's very like there's subtle character building, but also some that's like in your face. Like this episode start off with Zato, with him just sitting in front of his T-Rex statue thing. That's still a Dino Henge, which I really like. That Dino Henge is kind of like the focal point a lot of, even though the base is below and they still have to teleport into the base. It's just nice that the set piece wasn't like a throwaway for the first episode, and because it was also in the second episode, I just like Dino Henge the way it looks, honestly. So Zato's sitting there holding this gem thing that's in his hand. We do flashbacks to him on his home planet, with his mom who gave him the necklace, is that, and he's homesick. It's been 65 million years since he was in the cryo sleep. He doesn't know if his world is even still there or anyone he, loved and knew and cared about. I really like this character building for Zato, that he is, an alien on Earth. And it's not like before, when he was there just to fight. Now he has to basically assimilate, and he's homesick, doesn't know what's going on. And we also kind of get like the bonding between all the characters. Like Amelia shows up, she's kind of sympathetic towards him, very empath towards everything going on. And like the different relationships throughout, like uh I feel like Ollie and Amelia have that kind of like, not brother sister vibe, but like they they both kind of like, Ollie is good at basically tease Amelia for a lot of stuff. And then when you see Ollie and Zato, they're very like chill, cool, like let's because they flat out say it later on, because they talk about how there's a transmission that was received possibly from Zato's planet, which I already forgot the name of, even though I just watched the episode 5 minutes ago. And Amelia flat out says we should go see a psychic because something broke, so they can't translate the message. So Amelia's like, we should go see the psychic, this, that. And Ollie flat out says, or we should go to the observatory. They probably got a message. And he said flat out he believes in science. Science is the answer. And I'm like, okay, so we got, Amelia, who believes in ghosts, spirits, psychics. And then we have Ollie, who's, thanks to his mom being a scientist and this and that, even though we don't really know her full job or title, we have Ollie, who's very science driven. And we have Zato, who's an alien who is just still learning about the world. So it's like we already have the three personality types, and we're just going deeper into each one. And obviously, they'll probably grow and change opinions as the show goes on. I'm sure they're not going to be just static characters, they're going to be very dynamic with character growth. So the best line that got a good laugh out of me was, I mean, it was like, we should go see a psychic. It's only $15. And she's like, don't worry, we'll find $15. And then she just turns to Ollie and says, hey, can I borrow $15? That got a laugh out of me. That was good comedic timing right there. I do like that they aren't really going slapstick humor. Like when they said they weren't going to have a comedic duo, like think of like Bulk and Skull, this and that. Like there's no comedic duo this season, even though Amelia's boss and her robot seem to be kind of the comedic duo so far to an extent. So they go to the psychic, and Ollie instantly pretends him and Amelia are in a relationship to get a fortune told. And it just kind of like him just disproved completely that the fortune teller was a fraud. So then, they go to the observatory. They said they got a signal, but it was nothing. And, boom, done. That kind of like arc right now is on hold because we have our Sporix, who is a Medusa style Sporix. So look, if you look into her eyes, you're frozen. Happens to Zato. Also, I would like to point out that Zato literally got frozen and took a full attack from a Sporix, unmorphed. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something more to this whole Zato being an alien than we know, because he was a knight, and he is a Power Ranger. But the fact that he basically in a non-morphed form took an attack to the chest, I was like, all right. And we did get to see what I consider one of the coolest morphing sequences so far, because Ollie and Amelia both were like, oh, we can't look at her. They turned their backs on each opposing side of the Sporix. And they did the morph that way. And they did the split cut of them each saying something. And I was like, okay, that looked really cool. I like the way that was filmed. I do like the filming style of this show. Like, impressive. And, we go through all the stuff. And I'm skipping a lot of stuff with Amelia's boss and the robot because I'm just like, meh. Like, that's, like, I assume something's going to happen with that down the road with her little AI robot assistant. But as of right now, I'm just like, okay. The subtle nods of like Amelia's boss was blindfolded by the fortune teller and told she does have psychic abilities in that she has to remove one sense to, heighten the others. And then the shtick of comedicness happened with her being blindfolded. But there's a nod to that later on because the mucus sporix, I'm going to learn their names, by the way. I will. I just keep forgetting. Like, I just keep forgetting. And so somehow they hack into Buzzblast's feed and they're able to use the Medusa Sporix to basically freeze everybody who looks at their screen, like hundreds, even say thousands of people, because all the residents of the town have a phone screen and saw the live feed. So Amelia and Ollie get frozen. So it's Zato has to tag alone. And once again, we see a new uh, key, which is the sonar one that he uses, and he blindfolds himself using the sonar key to hear the movements of the Sporix, which made for some really good fighting scenes. In my second, like probably my favorite Zato line ever so far, where um, I'm forgetting what it was because she said she was gonna, crack blah blah. He said I'm gonna crack something, and I was like, ooh, okay, that's a nice one-liner. Uh, So they're fighting, and eventually he breaks the computer. Mucus Sporix leaves. Like, I like how the Mucus Sporix is kind of like the assistant, not a Void Knight, and just does not fight anymore. It just appears, tries to lure in the Sporix, and then, just disappears. It's I'm really enjoying that immensely. And I swear, by episode 4, I will know the names of everything besides Zato, Amelia, Ollie, and Void Knight. Speaking of Void Knight, briefly shown in the whole entire episode, so I like that we're not getting the whole. Okay, every episode it's like here's Void Knight basically saying his plans. Like we already know his plan is he needs the powered up Sporix for power, and that's it. And he wants to defeat the Power Rangers, obviously. So we know like his MO. We don't need him every episode to tell us his MO and what he's trying to achieve. Eventually, there'll probably be more depth to it, I assume. So we get to see, once again, my favorite, the T-Rex champion Zord in battle mode. And now, the funny thing is, Ollie and Amelia get their Zords, finally. The Triceratop and the, what is it called? Amal? I don't even know. I'm not even going to try and guess. But they show their Zords and they break up the road, block the eyes of the Sporix. I will say, I thought it was kind of weird that like the keys they used, it actually made a strip of road over the Sporix chest. I thought mainly it was just going to like glue all the rubble to it, but that wasn't the case. And then we finally got to see the Megazord. The 3 Ranger Megazord, anyways. Looked really good. I liked the transformation of it. I thought it was really funny when they were really happy they got Zords. And then when they're inside the Megazord, they're fangirling and fanboying a bit, and they're like, "Oh, we got to take a selfie." And Zato once again is like, "Hey, focus." Like, I do like that he's grounding them because we do live in a social media age. So Amelia working for Buzz Blast, this and that, and the throwaway lines, even though it just shows the character and like more of the personality of him wanting to take a selfie inside the Zord. And this that I was like, okay, I get it. Just to throw back, like rewind a bit, there was a scene where the AI assistant called the hotline that was, at the end, towards the end of episode 1, to inform the Rangers of the Sporix, which once again, social media and this and that, having a hotline for the Rangers to know where the Sporix are. I was like, you know what? This is definitely a modern Power Rangers season. Because sometimes they felt outdated for the time when they were airing, but this is the most modern, like, Power Ranger timeline I've witnessed and watched. And I've missed a lot of them, but for me, I feel like it is. The Zord was really cool. I like the Megazord, and I'm curious to see more of once all the Rangers. I'm surprised, like, I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of happy we're 3 episodes in, and we don't have other Rangers yet on the show. I kind of like the pacing because, like, let me get more character, story, and build up for Zato, Amelia, and Ollie before we introduce more Rangers, because then we won't have so many people getting story and character building at the same time. Like, pace it out, and I think the pacing's great right now. One more thing about a specific scene is the episode ended with them realizing they could use Zato's necklace that his mom gave him to, translate the message. The message was in a foreign language. They even point out, hey, it's millions of years, the language could evolve. That's why he didn't understand what was being said. But he sent out his own message into the universe to see if he could contact everyone in his home planet, which I think was called like Rafton. Sounds good to me. And so, yeah, but that's it for specific stuff for the episode. Honestly, what I got from it was I really enjoyed, like I said, I'm beating a dead horse here, honestly. Like, I enjoyed the character building. The action is nice balance to it. The Zords look cool. And they're doing a really good job with this season. Like, I'm hooked. Like I said, if it's one of those things where it's like, as long as I'm enjoying it, I'm going to keep watching it and reviewing it and talking about it. So I really liked it. I'm curious because I don't even know, like, how many episodes are Power Rangers. Like, I don't even know how many episodes total. Like, we're 3 in, so I'm not trying to rush it, but it's really enjoyable. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check out Dino Fury. I do believe the day after it airs on TV, you can watch it on the Nickelodeon app now. But I don't know if it counts for like Paramount Plus, but I do know from the standpoint of the app itself, you can watch it next day, kind of like CW does with a lot of their shows. And sorry, I keep moving on. I have a kitten that's like trying to get my attention. Hi. And yeah, so that's it. That was my quick little review of Power Rangers Dino Fury Episode 3, Lost Signal. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Dino Fury so far, if you've been watching it. If you've been getting any of the toys, what do you think? I do have a video up going over the Blue and Red Ranger. Like I said, oh, and you made it up. Hi. And she's moving my mic with her tail. So I will have a video of Boom Tower going up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, basically a lot of tokusatsu stuff on top of superhero stuff, comic book stuff, my podcast. And my name is Mark. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hi. I know I love you. You're giving me all these kisses. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta end the video now, okay?